Sleazy J sent me the following cameo.
Hi GappyV, you have a question about the physics of sliding down a vertical surface.
Oh no! 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 Who is this guy? Who's Chris Ferrie? Who's Chris Ferrie? Canadian physicist! Oh no! What is this? Today is the anniversary. Dude, the worst part is knowing that this video is 100% real because it's from 15 years ago. It was always Green Day or for these types of videos. And I'm Irish, so that shows how much I care. So just to remind, be grateful you weren't there. Thanks. And I send my sorrows to the relations of the victims, people who were resourced to jump. And to the people who died. The people who jumped died. What? Wait. Am I gonna sound racist towards, like, there's no people who jumped and survived, are there? Are there people who jumped and survived? I thought they all fucking died. Like, all the people who jumped, that is. Wait, okay, where's hotbiolava when I need him? Wait, I actually have a physics question. I've always wondered this. Okay, genuine question, guys. Let's say you're falling down a 3-story building, okay? And obviously, like, if you just fell down, if I jumped out of the building like here, I would just die, right? Why can't you do like a video game moment and glide your hands on the wall as you go down? And so the friction goes this way, this goes that way. Your hands get fucked, but you survive. Why can't you just do that? You would skin your hands, so? That's better than dying, right? That's not how physics works. Okay. Mr. hotbiolava, I have a physics question. Can I call you? My Discord, not yours. Okay, hello.
Hi.
Hi, this is hotbiolava. He's our resident physics expert. I'm going to share my screen so that you can see the MS painting that I'm drawing, okay? Let's say I am jumping out of a 3-story building, okay? Because the building's on fire and everyone's going to die. Not saying this is analogous to any other situation that happened in real life.
Raid alert.
Fuck, Dylan just raided. Okay.
Wheel time.
Okay. Let's say hypothetically there's a tower and the tower just got hit by something and I need to get out of the tower, right? But I'm on the 3rd floor. So I am gonna have to jump, okay? Hear me out. If I just jump and go straight down to the ground, I'll just die, right? You know, or like, unless I break my fall, but I'll like be really, really screwed over, right? Why don't people, when they're jumping out of these high stories, get their hands on the wall and kind of glide down? It skins their hands, right? But gravity goes down this way. Friction kind of minimizes the force, right? So, that way their fall isn't as bad.
You'd have to find a way to actually grab onto something. I doubt for smooth surfaces you can get enough friction to meaningfully decelerate.
Why would he say that?
It would depend on the building and the surface.
So it just depends on the materials?
Yep, depends on how much friction you can get. If it's really smooth, then you just can't hold on to it.
So what you're saying is this idea is possible and this idea works and I'm fucking right. Fuck all of you guys. It can actually decrease, all right? Holy shit. I'm fucking right. Yes. Wow. Thank you, hotbiolava. Wow.
I mean, you could have something like a wall,
Yeah.
of rocks, then you could just go down, going one by one, and that
Wow.
would technically count.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. I don't think we need to talk about this issue anymore, any of the nuances. The proof is there. It's been confirmed by a physics expert We know for a fact that we're good. Ask about the missing normal force of the surface. The normal force goes this way. What are you talking about? Normal force goes this fucking way. What are you, huh? What? Huh? What force are we applying onto the fucking building? What do you mean normal force? The normal force isn't coming magically from the ground, you fucking moron. And the point is, I'm right, okay? And the music is playing, and it means that I'm right and you guys are wrong, okay? And
I can't wait
hotbiolava,
for you to tell me how you
international
have the question in a
physics,
misleading way.
international physics god has confirmed that I am in fact correct, okay? Wowee. I don't think we need to hear any more.
That's a great question. If you look up the physics of sliding down surfaces, you probably see something like this. It's not a vertical surface. You'll see a slope, you'll see an object, and then you'll see these arrows, which are the forces that act on the box. The arrow.
I want to remind you all, I want you to tweet this, by the way, with the caption, I was wrong. Sleazy J has a reward where he gets to redeem a tweet. He waited for weeks to commission this cameo just to make me tweet this out. Are you fucking kidding me?
And that's always gravity. Gravity always points straight down. And if you look at gravity, there's a component that points towards the slope, and then a component that points down the slope. Okay, so gravity gets broken down into the part that's pointing towards the slope and the part that's pointing down the slope.
I know this, okay?
Down the slope.
Why did you? Guys, I had the International Physics Olympiad gold medalist confirm that I'm right. So why would you go out of your way to hire a quantum physicist to answer this?
The box will go. The part that's pointing down means that there's a force from the box, or this little object here, on the slope, and because of Newton's third law, every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
So if I push onto the
pointing away from the slope on the box, that's called the normal force. But it all comes from gravity. If you have a vertical slope, things change. Let me demonstrate it with what I hear is your favorite food, pizza.
Stop! How much did you pay him? Holy shit! How much did you pay this guy? What the heck? You specifically put in the comments, mention pizza. You are like, what the heck?
Sliding down a vertical slope yourself. So here we have pizza. It's sitting on a box. And
I do want to note how he called it pizza and not za. This is proof that I'm right. This is proof that I'm right.
So pulling on the pizza, but there's no...
I also want to remind you all, there's 4 minutes left in this video. We're only 20% through.
Of gravity that's going in any direction, so the pizza will just stay still. There's still a normal force. It's equal and opposite to gravity. It's pushing up on the pizza, and it matches gravity, so the pizza stays still. Once I tilt the box, gravity's still pointing straight down, but now there's a component that's
the normal force,
going along the box, so it slides. When I make the box vertical, things change. All of gravity is pointing along the box, and so it's just going to free fall like it would if there was no box there. Now, you can create a normal force by pushing on the box. Now, I'm holding it there with my finger, but as soon as I let my finger go, then there's no force pushing it on the box, so there's no normal force pushing it back. Now,
wait, okay, so the solution is to have some normal force component. If you're sliding down the building and your hands are up and down, it's going, there's a vertical component and a horizontal component to your normal force. You can push upwards on the box.
I'm not sure why you asked about sliding down skyscrapers. I hope you don't try it yourself. There's probably... You saw a movie with some stunt people. What they need to do is use equipment or techniques to ensure that they're always pushing against the wall, in this case the box, so that there is a normal force. There's lots of different ways.
Wait, so what he just said is that if there is a normal force, you can slide down. If you have equipment, you could, in theory, force a normal force. So if I don't have equipment, I can still create some sort of normal force. He's agreeing with me.
But it's important that there is always a constant way to keep yourself being pushed towards the box, because as soon as you push on the box pushes back and you'll be pushed off the wall. If you imagine sliding down a wall, if you push on the wall, you're going to come off the wall. So you have to have something that's keeping you being pushed up against the wall. Now, the reason you want a normal force is because of friction. The bigger the normal force, the more friction there is, and the slower you'll slide down.
Oh, wait, he agrees. That's the logic that I use. The normal force, if you increase your normal force, the friction will slow you down further. The friction will slow you down.
So friction is something that resists motion. There's also air resistance, but let's not talk about that. Let's just talk about friction. Now, there are lots of ways to increase friction. One is to increase the force, so pushing up against something will have more friction. So there's a higher normal force when the box is like this, when the box is like this, and the normal force gets smaller and smaller and smaller as you make the box vertical. You can also increase friction.
Sorry, I was laughing at what if the 9/11 plane pushes you against the building? This question had nothing to do with 9/11. Why do you guys keep trying to make this burning building question about 9/11? What? You guys are so dumb.
The surface area. So this pizza, I can't increase the surface area.
You hired a fucking quantum physicist.
I could spread myself out, put my whole surface of my body up against the building. And
this is Gappy's 9/11. No, because he's agreeing with me. He's literally agreeing with me.
The building, and that would increase the surface area, increase friction. And if you look at, like, with a microscope, your fingers, you can see that there's lots of little grooves in them. And that's to increase the surface area so that you can grip things. It's all about creating more surface area so that you have more friction. And you can see with a microscope or with electron microscope images of animals like bugs or things like geckos. They have all these little grooves, and the bugs have these little needles that stick out. And that's all just to increase the surface area, to increase the amount of friction so that they can stay on vertical surfaces. Now, there's lots of things that we talked about in the physics of sliding down skyscrapers, but
he's trying not to laugh. This is the stupidest fucking question he's ever gotten. This guy does quantum theory. He could be like finding the new like quark or Higgs boson particle or something, but instead you have him sitting here for like what, $20 to answer a question about a burning building for 5 minutes, man.
Things that we've left out.
Tech W Cameo pays more. It's actually true though. Aware.
The most important thing about science is not really in answering why questions, but knowing the good why questions to ask. So I hope that with this answer, you've been inspired to come up with more questions. There are lots of things that we left out. I mentioned air resistance. How does that fit in? What are other ways that you can increase the amount of friction? What about people that are cleaning the sides of glass buildings? How are they not sliding down? So come up with even more why questions, and I hope to get another question from you sometime soon.
Come up with a better question next time? Ain't no way. Dude, he didn't even really answer it. You never asked him which one is better. You never asked him which one was better, to slide down the building or to jump off the building. You never asked him that. He did not take a stance on the original building question. What he clarified is things that I already know. What he clarified is that normal force is a vertical and horizontal component, which I agree with, okay? Ask about the missing normal force of the server. The normal force goes this way. What are you talking about? Normal force goes this fucking way. Huh? What? Huh? What force are we applying onto the fucking building? What do you mean normal force? The normal force isn't coming magically from the ground, you fucking moron. We all fucking agree with it. And what he said is that if there's additional normal force, the friction will counteract it. So you want me to tweet this and say I was wrong? Okay, so Sleazy J, I want to give some context to people who don't know this bit. So In 2017, Ferrie joined the production of a 52-episode online video course titled Physics for Baby. You hired the quantum theorist from a show called Physics for Babies. Chris Ferrie, Cameo. Where's the... Cameo.com. Chris Ferrie. Oh, this was $15. Wait, we're his first cameo. Wait, that's so cool.
That's a great question.
We're his first cameo. You guys better, Sleazy J, you better give him 5 stars. This is a really good cameo. No, like, unironically, most cameos are like 20 seconds or something. This guy gave a 5-minute explanation. I've been trying to convince my chat that it's better to slide down a building to escape than to jump out of it. After months of debate, including bringing a International Physics Olympiad champion and Princeton physics grad. Actually, this is too much text. You know he thinks that it was a fucking child who asked this. Maybe you should find some better questions. Like, in the nicest way possible. This is the stupidest question I've ever had to answer. And he spent 5 minutes explaining it. Although I'm still right. Why? How much time did you spend on it? I'm gonna be honest. Kind of disturbing, but also kind of slay girly. Slay.